Welcome to the Scoop with Dukes. I'm your host, Philip Dukes, aka DukesTheScoop. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at DukesTheScoop. And please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you have not already become a member of the channel. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And listen, this is a CU Scoop. Colorado, man, that was a tough one, dog. 53-7. Man, 43-0 at halftime. All right, guys. Where do you go from here? I think you got a winnable game against Arizona, but the game will not be winnable if you get that same type of production from the quarterback position. I don't know if Ryan Staub is the guy. I don't know if Julian Lewis is the guy. I would think that, and I can't put it all on Salter. This was a top to bottom team ass whooping. Yep. Yep. That's what that was. Everybody's going to have every answer in the world, but this isn't a one size fit all answer. This is fundamentally bad. There's some foundationally bad. There's some things that need to be shaken in the foundation. And I think Coach Prime is going to do everything he can to make sure he shakes that. He's going to shake the tree and see what falls out. Can't just put it on the players. And even in the they got to talking about the players, and then in the post-game press conference, Coach Prime was like, nah, we got to talk about the coaching. You saw him kind of get on defensive coordinator Rob Livingston after a long run early. And it's like, man, we just can't keep giving up the run. But 422 yards rushing that's bad. That's bad. Offensively, I don't know if you had 150 yards of offense. You get the math ain't mathing. 150 yards of offense, almost 600 giving up on defense. There's no way you can win. And the craziest part about all of this is you give up a 50 ball with only one turnover. One turnover. I mean, we can go through, and then we will go through the numbers because we're not, we're gonna talk about the good. We're gonna talk about it in the good times and the bad times. This year, there's been more bad than good. Bright spots last night, Tawfiq Bayard. Outside of that, I don't know if you had a ton of bright spots. I think Cam Michael, when he got an opportunity, he did what he needed to do with his carries. Even special team was bad for like the first time this year. Like give up a fake punt and you shank one from your own end zone. I think you had a 20-yard punt. You almost punted it to the red zone. That was bad. I mean, it was a really top to bottom butt cutting, as they say. So now, well, let's go to the numbers. Let's go to the numbers just so we can see. And when you're bad, you got to know where you're bad and why you were bad. So we can go look at where and why these numbers look like this. All right, first downs. You only get 12 first downs. I believe a lot of those came in the fourth quarter. 3 for 16 on third down. You'll never win that way. Utah had 25 first downs and 5 for 15. Not a ton better, but they were so good on first and second down it didn't matter. Total yards, 587. A misquote. That was a misquote earlier on my part, but 587 yards. Giving up 140 yards of offense. Not going to do it. 165 yards passing, giving up 102 yards passing for you. Ryan Staub had 65 of that 102. We'll get into the individual stats in a minute. A lot of these yards came in the fourth quarter. Rushing, 422 on 51 attempts. Colorado, 38 attempts for 38 yards. That's bad, dog. Oh man. I don't even want to go through it. We ain't got to go through this, bro. We ain't got to go. We're not even going to go look at the stats. Historically bad on Colorado's part. Now, what do? I think this week you got to get Juju ready to play, get him some reps. I think you didn't see. I think you go in with Salt as the one, Staub as the two, and that's who gets your reps. I think this is the week that you see Ju get reps with the ones. And we've been talking about it all year, the lag way plan where you can galvanize a fan base, a team from a recruiter perspective. You can do a lot if you have that light at the end of the tunnel. If number 10 can be that light, and I think he can. I think Juju at this point, when you have a record like you do have, you're 3-5. You need to go 3-1 over the last 4 games to reach a bowl. You can go 3-1 with Juju, build some goodwill, win a bowl game, go 7-6, and build some momentum for next year. I think there's some things that Ju probably would have been able to do last night. One thing that we didn't see, Ju's processor is pretty fast, and I say that he's comfortable in the pocket, stepping up in the pocket. We saw way too many times last night, Caden Salter bailing, and sometimes you got to see it. And I think sometimes you just got to see it early and try to hit the mesh or hit the quick slant or hit your hot read, or if you don't have anything hot, call something hot. Now, there was a video circulating on Twitter where it seemed like Caden Salter got a call in his headset and was like, "What are we doing?" I think I think a lot of this goes on the scheme as well. This is 1000%. Caden Salter did not play well last night, had bad stats, but I would venture to say that some of the play calls, you just got whooped. Like they came out, they were sending 5 and 6 consistently, and there wasn't a plan to combat that. You will see times where you can go look at the route combinations or the concepts being ran against almost zero, like almost a zero, six guys going, sending more than you can block, sending 5 guys out, and they're all on vertical routes. Yeah, you want to hit that route, but they're getting there too fast. You can't afford in this league, in the Big 12, you can't afford to have guys unaccounted for running to the quarterback and wanting the quarterback to be able to make the right read all the time or make the perfect read, not even the right read, but you got to help your QB defensively. Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of misfits in the run game. We saw a lot of guys attacking the wrong shoulder, spilling to the wrong side, not helping each other, twists and stunts and defensive line games not working, linebackers misfitting, but some of that's on the scheme as well. I think this blame goes for this loss goes all the way to the top. This is a program wide L, and you'll see this week who takes it that serious. I think Coach Prime is going to take it really serious. That's embarrassing, and he's a guy who doesn't like to be embarrassed. And there's nothing. It's not to pile on it. It's not to say, "Oh man, I told you so," because I didn't. I thought Colorado. When you look at that roster, you say, "Okay, this guy's good," but for whatever reason, the gel hasn't happened. And going into week 9, is it going to happen? That's the question. So I think your best course of action at this point is to give him a shot. Stay with Juju the way you've done what you can do with Caden Salter at this point. I think you have a guy on that bench who can provide some goodwill. I think it'll be telling to see if Ju gets that shot. I think he should. I think he will. From now, of course, I don't have any inside information. I'm not asking anybody, but I think just reading the tea leaves, it would seem, or the writing on the wall, it would seem that listen, Caden Salter was given every bit of opportunity to take this job and run with it. There are some liberties that can be taken in this offense, as we saw with Ryan Staub. So you need somebody who's going to have the perfect blend of taking liberties while playing within the offense. There are going to be plenty of questions. Is this the right offense? Is this the right defense? I do know Colorado is committed to excellence. I know that they will be looking for a higher level of player in the transfer portal for sure. I think that the evaluations will be more heavily scrutinized going into next year. But you got to finish this year. You can't afford to drop this one to Arizona. You need to beat Arizona. You need to beat Arizona. You need to beat West Virginia. These are winnable games. You would love for Colorado to really go 4-0 here, but you got to go 1-0. Utah, who knew? I didn't know. Like mybookie.ag, shout out to mybookie.ag. If you have not already, go to mybookie.ag, use my code. So I put a little money on it, and using mybookie.ag, I was able to get my bet back. So that was cool. And you can do the same thing. But they only had them, 2 touchdown favorites. Nobody knew 50-something points. 50-something. 40-something. 43 nothing at halftime. Nobody expected that. And you could just see Coach Prime's face. It looked like, all right, I got to do something. What he'll do, who knows? But let me ask you guys this. What do you think Coach Prime's next move is? Do you think he makes a personnel change? Do you think there's a quarterback change? What do you think changes? Because if we don't know anything, if we know anything about Coach Prime, we know he's going to make some type of change. Drop in the comments what you think that change will be. All right, thank you. Oh, and if you haven't, make sure you go to internationalvoice.com. They've got great gear. You saw they had some of the sweatshirts that I've had on here, coffee mugs, phone cases. International Voice. The link will be in the description. All right, thank y'all.